Welcome once again to the group exhibit, Hydrogen Fuel Cells and Batteries at the Hanover Fair 2016. My name is Christine. I'll be your moderator for this session. Please do come in, sit down, drinks are on the house. Please do also join the discussion. If you have questions at any time, just raise your hand and I'll try and see you and come around so you can ask your questions. Our topic right now is SOLIDpower's commercial strategy for SOFC products. My guest is Guido Gummert, the CEO from SOLIDpower GmbH. Please join me in welcoming him on stage.
Hello, Christine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So you design, develop, and manufacture solid oxide fuel cell products for stationary applications. And you have two products for the micro combined heat and power residential sector. How did it come to pass that you have two products in the same space?
Yes, SOLIDpower is a developer, manufacturer, and distributor of SOFC-based products, and we started with the engine, a 2.5 kW unit, which we test under the umbrella of Enfield, and then we had an unbelievable growth last year when we had the opportunity to took over SOFC GmbH, Ceramic Fuel Cells GmbH in Germany, and then we have another product called BlueGen, yeah, during the last month we worked to align the strategy, and very clear is that we have the great opportunity that we have a commercial product now. That is a BlueGen, and therefore we have currently one real commercial product with the BlueGen, and I explain why this is a commercial product a little bit later. And the other, our Enfield product, is tested and demonstrated under Enfield, and is a unit which gives us the potential for further cost reduction due to the design of the SOFC stack, and the potential to have different sizes of units in the future, because the unit can be increased to a larger size, and we have demonstrated that with a 10 kW system, just to show that it's possible to increase the stack for a load of 10 kW, and that was very successful. So larger load ranges are possible. Furthermore, the objective in the future is clear, to align these technologies to a technology platform which allows a modular range of different sizes of units, from a smaller one to a larger one.
So you're targeting mainly the residential sector in that case, or you hope to, with the modular nature and the capacity of the different products, also address more industry scale?
That's something what we currently find out in a market study, what we are doing for ourselves, and currently we are addressing the small commercial market as well as the residential market with the BlueGen product, with the 1.5 kW BlueGen. The engine product with 2.5 kW has a big advantage that you can use it modular from the unit point of view, so that you also, with the engine, with 4 engines, you can achieve 10 kW if you have a larger hotel, for example. So that's very attractive. But from the product level of development, it is just under demonstration, when the BlueGen is still a commercial product sold via installers directly to homeowners, therefore a different business.
Okay, so let's say, for example, the BlueGen product, if it's a 2.5 kilowatt system...
It's a 1.5.
1.5, my mistake, sorry. It's combined heat and power. So when we're talking about 1.5 kilowatts, is that the heat produced or the electricity produced?
The unique selling proposition of the BlueGen is that first, it is a unit with the highest electrical efficiency, so we have more electricity than heat. And the second advantage is it is continuously in operation. So you have an operation of 8,760 hours a year, and this is something special. And therefore, it is the real advantage in the Energiewende to have products like that integrated in the market. For example, if you want to support a virtual power plant or a smart grid, the BlueGen product is exactly the product needed in that market. And therefore, we see that the selling argument for this unit is, first, the customers need to be innovative, that's clear. Second is that you can show economics, and even if it is currently 7 years, based on some calculation, which you can see on our booth on E51. The colleagues can show you the calculation, how to come to that. Important is that you can show economics, and that you can also show that for us, not the focus anymore on the technology or lifetime or the application or system. The focus is on the customer. And this is a commercial strategy to put the customer into the middle and look what is the need of the customer. And the customer wants to see the economics, even if it's just for justification. Yes, it's working under economic basis, even it takes 7 years to get the return, however. And second, the customer needs to feel confident if he buys an innovative product, because if it's your own home, you want to be relaxed that nothing happens when you're not at home or something like that. And in times when oil is so cheap as currently, yeah, you have to convince the people to invest into new technologies instead to invest into an oil boiler, just because the oil is so cheap. And therefore, you need a long-term commitment to the customer, and therefore we're offering 10-year service agreements. That's something new also to the boiler business, because in the boiler business it was not needed. You have to buy a boiler, otherwise your shower is cold in the morning, and therefore you buy it, even if it has only 3 years of warranty period and no service agreement. You buy that. But for new technologies, you need new business models, and you need to convince the client, and therefore it's very important to have the service agreement in place, offering a warranty for the high efficiency and for yeah, at least that the unit is in operation and you get your electricity and heat out of that as you have calculated that when you have signed the purchase agreement. Therefore, this is something very, very important. And then we also don't come to the question, how long does the system last? Because if you have the service agreement, it excludes the stack. And the stack operation is, meanwhile, 60,000 hours. Means there is one stack exchanged, calculated. But you don't care as a customer, because you can feel relaxed. It's part of the business of Solid Power.
So if you're customer center focused, who are your first customers? Who have installed your systems to date, and what areas of the market are you pursuing? Who are your first early adopters?
The first early adopters are innovative clients, and we have market partners. These are utilities, these are installers, and they contact the end customer. And this is good because then the end customer has a local partner. If your installer is right around the corner, you know, you get some help if something happens, and it's technology, you never know. Therefore, it's good to have somebody who is responsible. And we train the market partners, we train the installer, and support them based on the service agreement. Yes.
Wonderful. So you're trying to build up a system where the customers are serviced whenever they need it. Are there any other ways that you can motivate the larger scale deployment? So this is how you address your first clients. How do you bridge the gap to larger volumes?
Currently, very helpful is the European funding program. to support the first sales. For Germany, we need the technology introduction program, which was announced by the Ministry of Economics, Mr. Gabriel in Germany, for this year. But it's still, it will take some time before it will come. I hope it will come this year. It's very, very important because it will close the bridge from starting with the product to getting to larger volume and get the cost down. This is directly connected. If you cannot start with the ramp up, then it's very difficult to achieve the cost targets, and also difficult is also to handle the current risk, because you don't know, is it now coming or is it not coming? And because we have now this cheap oil price, which I did not expect, I don't expect, do we have nuclear power plants again in the future and have a restart of nuclear power plants just because somebody says, hey, we need that nuclear power. We have now the 30th anniversary of Chernobyl today, and therefore, there are still a lot of countries focusing on nuclear power, and we are manufacturing in Heinsberg. This is close to the Belgian border with Tihange, and this nuclear power plant with so many problems, and therefore I see that as a real risk for investments into new technologies. If there is no clear commitment, yes, we still focus onto renewables and innovative, high-efficient technology from the politicians and from the energy branch, which are the utilities. And we have, with the BlueGen, the best product to support this business field.
So you need a stable political climate.
That's true, yes.
That's tough to create.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So if we're talking about ramping up, what is your current production capacity, and how quickly would you be able to respond to ramping up? Yeah.
Currently, we are in the lucky situation that we can sell much more as we can produce. This is good, but I like to serve in a shorter period. And if you want to be in that business field, you have to be able to deliver in a very short time frame, 1 week. No longer. So therefore, we are working currently on to increase our production volume. And after what happened to the company, it's quite difficult. We had to restart the supply chain, and also we had to restart the production within Heinsberg. We could start sales after a period of 6 weeks. That went quite good. And production restart took a little bit longer. But however, meanwhile, we have deployed more than 100 units into the field again. In total, we have 700 units in the field, and therewith we are the leading company in that area. But because we have also changed the stack design from the 3.6 to the revision 6 stack, because of the longer lifetime, we also had to change a lot of parts of the stack production. And currently we produce under manual production, but we have the automotive production in place for the 3.6. Now we have to adapt that to the revision 6. That takes until autumn this year, and I hope end of the year we will be back to the full production volume which we have, and currently that's around about 1,600 units per year, and for the current phase that's good. So the estimation for next year is we want to be back to 1,000 units in next year.
And that's on the BlueGen platform?
That's on the BlueGen platform, yes.
And what about your second product?
The strategy is that with BlueGen, start the commercialization, and then in parallel, further develop the stack platform. But what is very important is in R&D that you don't come out under pressure. You need the time to test, to demonstrate. You need time for design freeze, for doing the specification for quality, to secure the quality. And we are now in the lucky situation that we have this time frame because we have the BlueGen product and can use the time to further develop the platform. And only if we have that stable in operation and can ensure the quality of the next generation of the BlueGen product, then we will go ahead.
That's a safe course of action. I'd like to open up to questions at this time. Are there any questions from the audience? Okay. If not, I noticed that the booth that you're in, E51, there's many different companies involved in that booth. It's a great organization. But there's many, it shows the health of the industry that there's so many competitors. How do you differentiate yourself within that booth, that collection of industry players?
At first, it is very good not standing alone there, because it shows that there is a branch and that there is a real commitment of everybody in that branch to fuel cell technology. That's very important. And because of the different units, you see that also different concepts are behind there. Technical concepts, and different strategies as well, what is also good, because it makes you as a customer, or it gives you as a customer the feeling that you can adapt the right technology which fits to your home. And the unique selling proposition of our company is that we have the highest efficiency and therefore produce more power than heat, and have this continuous operation and the service agreement, and therefore we can say our product is a commercial product. Therefore, this is a clear commitment, and this is also our unique selling proposition. And with that commitment, I think we are ahead of the branch.
Is efficiency the right metric to compare different technologies? What if somebody's looking for more of a heat load than an electrical load? Or I guess there's just different niche markets?
It really depends on the application. Power gets a better return payment as heat. Heat is cheaper, but depends on the use of the system. And for me, it's important to have good economics. And with the BlueGen, therefore, because of the power production, you can show the economics, and this is the important issue here.
Okay, wonderful. And lastly, you have not only just micro CHP products. Do you want to talk a little bit about what other products you offer?
The strong focus of SOLIDpower is on micro CHP, that's clear. But also we have other products based on SOFC, that is electrolyzers, and we have also development what we do for large oil and gas companies. They order this development, and this is a separate business division, helping us also to have synergies for the further development of our stack development, because stack development is a very expensive part. But I'm very happy that we have this deepness involved in the technology to ensure that we have also the freedom and the knowledge to know what is our stack good for. Because when you have to decide for a service agreement, for example, you discuss company risk. Can we carry a company risk over a 10-year period? And as soon as you can write a number behind that, the risk is not so high anymore, because you know what can happen and can calculate that. And that's what we did with the BlueGen product. And we said, we want to do that, and we want also to stimulate the market and to lead the market with our business concept. Therefore, I hope that we will be successful and the customer will realize what generous offer we do to them, and help us to get into volume.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in that endeavor. I wish you much success.
Yeah.
Great.
Let me end with just a quick thank, because after taking over the company, we had an unbelievable confidence and trust into our product, into the company, of our customers, of our market partners and suppliers, and at least of my own staff. So let me take the opportunity to.
Well, congratulations in what you've achieved over the last year.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you join me in please thanking Guido, and you can visit him at booth E51. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please stick around for the next talk. It will start directly. The topic will be Saragen fuel cells for off-grid and residential power. From Saragen, we have Oliver Freitag, the CEO, and Dr. Sebastian Ruber, head of R&D. Thank you very much.